Prime Field.
In March 2025, USC sophomore JuJu Watkins was unstoppable. She had just captured every Major Player of the Year award after averaging 27.1 points per game. She held the NCAA freshman scoring record. She had single-handedly demolished Stanford with 51 points in one game. Then, on March the 24th, during USC's second-round NCAA tournament victory over Mississippi State, everything changed. A non-contact right ACL tear threatened to derail not just Watkins' season, but USC's championship aspirations. Tonight we examine how head coach Lindsay Gottlieb is attempting to construct a women's basketball dynasty around two generational talents, JuJu Watkins and incoming freshman Jazzy Davidson. But beneath the recruiting headlines and superstar potential lies a critical question. Can USC build a championship team while their best player recovers from a devastating injury suffered during their Sweet 16 tournament run and their frontcourt has been stripped bare? Before we dive into tonight's story, we want to take a moment to thank our faithful viewers who make Prime Field possible. Your continued support drives everything we do here. To all the members who share our videos across forums and social media platforms, your efforts help us reach basketball fans who might otherwise miss these stories. Word of mouth remains the most powerful force in growing our community, and we're grateful for each share, each comment, and each recommendation you make on our behalf. Our entire team takes pride in the content we're building together. From our research analysts to our production crew, everyone here is committed to delivering the in-depth sports journalism that sets Prime Field apart. We're proud of what we're achieving, and that's only possible because of viewers like you. Now let's turn our attention to USC women's basketball, and one of the most intriguing stories in college sports today. To understand USC's current situation, one must first grasp the magnitude of what JuJu Watkins accomplished in her first two seasons. As a freshman, Watkins didn't just excel, she rewrote the record books. Her 27.1 points per game ranked second nationally, and her 920 total points set the NCAA freshman scoring record. The 51-point performance against Stanford represented the highest single-game total by any Division I player during the 2023-24 season. At 6'2", Watkins brought unprecedented versatility to the guard position. She averaged 2.3 steals and 1.7 blocks per game, while demonstrating the ability to score at all three levels. 14 games with 30 or more points underscored her clutch performance in critical moments. Her sophomore campaign elevated her status further. Watkins claimed both the Naismith Player of the Year award and the John R. Wooden Award, cementing her position among college basketball's elite players. Then came the injury on March 24, 2025, during USC's second-round NCAA tournament victory over Mississippi State. The non-contact right ACL tear cast uncertainty over USC's immediate future and ended their Sweet 16 run. Into this uncertain landscape steps Jazzy Davidson, the nation's #1 overall recruit in the 2025 class, according to ESPN's final rankings. Davidson arrives at USC with elite credentials. Her 6'2" frame matches Watkins' height, while bringing different skills to the backcourt. At the FIBA U19 World Cup in July 2025, Davidson represented Team USA after earning selection through trials in Colorado Springs. She also won gold at the 2024 FIBA 3x3 World Cup, demonstrating the international experience that attracted USC's coaching staff. USC analyst Cece Clay's film evaluation highlighted pro-style modern game, particularly her ability to function as both an off-ball shooter and transition finisher. This versatility becomes crucial given Watkins' uncertain timeline for return. Coach Gottlieb didn't mince words about Davidson's potential impact. Jazzy is the jewel of this class, Gottlieb stated. An elite-level player in every aspect. With Watkins potentially sidelined until November 2025 to March 2026, based on the typical 12-month ACL recovery timeline, Davidson faces the immediate challenge of carrying USC's offense as a true freshman, a responsibility that typically takes years to develop. While the headlines focus on Watkins and Davidson, Coach Gottlieb has quietly assembled additional pieces for her championship puzzle. Kennedy Smith, entering her sophomore season, emerged as a defensive stalwart during USC's Sweet 16 run. Despite averaging just 9.5 points per game as a freshman, her high school coach, Stan Dellis, insists she possesses untapped offensive potential. She can score in so many more ways than she shows, Dellis observed. The transfer portal provided additional reinforcements. Londynn Jones arrives from UCLA carrying the school's single-season three-point record, bringing proven shooting ability to USC's backcourt. From Georgia Tech comes Cara Dunn, who averaged 15.5 points per game and earned all ACC recognition. Gottlieb has implemented unconventional team-building methods to integrate these new pieces. Her summer reading assignment, Legacy, which chronicles the New Zealand All Blacks rugby dynasty, emphasizes sustaining success through shared values. The psychological approach reflects Gottlieb's understanding that talent alone doesn't guarantee championships. For all of USC's backcourt firepower, a glaring vulnerability threatens their championship aspirations: the frontcourt. The departures of All-American forward Kiki Iriafen to the WNBA and rim protector Rhea Marshall, who exhausted her eligibility, created a massive void in rebounding and interior defense. Iriafen's 19 points and 9 rebounds per game, along with Marshall's rim protection, formed the foundation of USC's previous success. Currently, only Vivian Iwuchukwu returns as an experienced forward. The 6'3" player averaged just 2.4 points per game last season, highlighting the depth of USC's frontcourt crisis. Gottlieb has identified Wisconsin's Sarah Williams, the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, as a primary portal target. However, Williams remains uncommitted, leaving USC's interior situation unresolved as the season approaches. The projected rotation reveals the challenge. USC potentially enters the season without proven rim protection or a reliable scorer to replace Iriafen's production. The optimistic projections surrounding USC assume perfect health and immediate chemistry among new players. Reality presents more complex challenges. Watkins' right ACL recovery timeline spans 8 to 12 months from the March 24, 2025 injury, potentially keeping her sidelined until November 2025 or as late as March 2026. This places enormous pressure on Davidson to serve as a primary scorer against a brutal Big Ten schedule that includes Michigan, UCLA, and Ohio State. Even Davidson's elite credentials as the #1 overall recruit cannot guarantee success in this role. Her international experience with Team USA shows advanced development. Without established front-court presence, elite opponents like UConn and South Carolina possess the interior size to exploit USC's weakness. Championship-level teams typically require balanced scoring and defensive presence across all positions. USC's championship aspirations rest on Gottlieb's ability to solve multiple complex puzzles simultaneously. The Watkins-Davidson partnership projects exceptional potential. Their complementary skills create intriguing possibilities. Davidson's playmaking could unlock Watkins' off-ball movement, while Watkins' scoring gravity should create driving lanes for Davidson's slashing ability. However, USC's ceiling depends less on backcourt excellence and more on Gottlieb's success in the transfer portal. Securing a proven frontcourt player becomes essential for legitimate championship contention. If Gottlieb lands the right portal addition and Watkins returns at full strength, USC possesses the talent to compete for their first national championship. The pieces exist for something special at the Galen Center. But in college basketball, potential means nothing without execution. For USC, the margin between dynasty and disappointment may be measured in the decisions made in the coming months, both in the transfer portal and the training room where JuJu Watkins continues her recovery. The blueprint exists. Now comes the most difficult part, making it reality.
Prime Field